is SLR Tom, and today I got my new toy, the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Now I took it out to a golf outing. Unfortunately, my frame rates didn't match up on what I was recording in studio versus the Osmo. 30 frames versus 24. But you can see how smooth it is. Like everything just follows the action really well. Of course, there seemed to be no stopping for this Chinese giant DJI. This, as we all know it, or most of us know it, they do specialize in drone and camera stabilization technologies. Gimbal technologies like this one here. And also with their acquisition of Hasselblad, they're on the road track to develop some interesting cameras. Like this Osmo Pocket that was released a few months ago. Smartphones. Like this one here, this is the Google Pixel 3 XL. They have incredibly good cameras for obviously their size and shape or whatnot. With this compact lens, this effectively replaces my everyday point and shoot. Okay, and of course these smartphones have the incredible ability to share everything to anyone, everywhere, at any time. Like I said, effectively we're replacing all point and shoot cameras because quality is just good enough. Obviously the Osmo 3 is directed for video guys, stabilizing the video recording. So DJI is naturally trying to capitalize on the growing market of video makers using smartphones for video recording. What we see here. And just about a week or two ago, they released this new DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Main physical differences between this one here and the 2 or 1 is that this is actually smaller. Alright, so it doesn't come with this stand as a basic option. For $119 you get just this. So this is smaller, folds in half, and yet somehow allows for even larger smartphones to be mounted. The load capacity on this little thing is about 239 grams or 240 grams. That's about half a pound. If you try, you can even squeeze phones with their protective cases, although I find that it's not optimal. And the list goes on, obviously. One other cool thing is that it doesn't block the charging port. So now you can use it to charge your phone while recording, because the battery will go down pretty quick when you're recording video. Or that's what it seems. Or you can actually use it for attaching a microphone. Like I mentioned, with the lower price of $119 for this and $139 for the combo kit that includes a tripod similar to this one. I think the DJI tripod's a bit smaller, and a carrying case. So for 20 extra bucks, you might want to get the tripod or get an aftermarket tripod like this one. It just screws into the 1/4 screw on the bottom here. Okay. And then you can just rest it on the table, use it as a handle. It's pretty cool. With the new software, you can, at the click of a button, change from landscape to portrait mode. You just double tap the M button. Boom. If you tap and hold the trigger button, it can quickly follow the action. tilt up and down with you, go left and right. It's incredibly stable. All right, and also with the DJI Mimo app, you don't have to use the DJI app for video recording, but it does have a lot of shortcuts. It's easy to control it now using gesture. It recognizes gesture control to take a still photo or record a video. Also, the new Active Track 3.0, technology tracks you automatically as you move around. Here we got the example of the DJI Mimo app, the Active Track 3.0. I just drew a square around my face and it's following me instantly and very smoothly, as you can see. So that's it, Active Track 3.0. Just draw a rectangle or a square around the subject and that's it. It just follows you. It's amazing. So you could actually, applications for this would be, let's say you're walking around something. Draw you draw the rectangle around the object and just hold it, and you focus on holding it steady so you don't get this rocking up and down, and it tracks that subject perfectly. It's just so easy. Here we hit the limitation, but as I go back in frame, alright, let's see if we hit the limitation of going 360, and you can go from standard to portrait with the click of a button. Flashlight is a bit tricky because you just go like this. That's your flashlight mode. You just basically rotate it on a side, and because with this gimbal here, you can't just go forward. It doesn't have enough tilt for that to do so. So flashlight is a bit tricky because you need to shoot from the side. This is your flashlight option. It'll get you the same effect. But I would say that the ability to connect to the smartphone is more important than the tilt up for the flashlight. So to balance it, pay attention to this DJI logo. So you have to make sure that you put your phone in correct orientation to the DJI logo here. Alright, so if you leave the sticker on, this is where you want your camera to be. Alright. Now if you're careful with this mount, you don't even press any of the buttons, okay? So if you want to balance it vertically, you can actually shift the clamp to the side and just let it drop. Okay, now it's balanced vertically. Okay, some smartphones may be a little extra heavier on one side than the other. And then to balance it this way, you just shift the phone left and right. That's all the balancing you have to do. Okay, so now we're just gonna turn it on. There you go, finds itself and it's on. Now we changed it to portrait mode, active the fast action mode. The triple click, it changes the camera between front facing and back facing. That's as if you're using the app. So there are of course a couple things I don't like. When you're going around with this, it cannot do a full 360. Stops about here. I think that's because it makes the gimbal a bit more compact. It gives it more torque if it can't go all the way around. It's not a huge limitation because if this is your natural kind of pistol grip, you tend to travel around. Also, if you're using this joystick here to go, for example, to pan left, if you're moving the gimbal around, it doesn't really do anything. You're better off just activating the sport mode and turning around, okay? Or stand still and turn around that way. Or just gently turn around, okay? You know, also tilting up is limited. So if you leave it on a tripod, you can't really tilt it up that much. I just got to work with some limitations, right? But I think it's much better to have this port available here. For charging, you can charge it via this USB-A. In conclusion, overall, this is the best DJI Osmo Mobile yet, and I'm sure I'm actually going to use this more than this big brother here, DJI Ronin S. This is just so much heavier and bulkier, especially, you know, because of convenience. And in times where I don't really care about ultimate image quality, this, and a lot of times for family videos, quick shoots, somewhere where I can't actually take this, I think this will give you incredible results. I would recommend that you actually use phones that are geared more towards video. This Google Pixel 3 XL does not excel in video, it excels more in still photos. Doesn't have 4K 60p, for example, doesn't have dual lenses. And that's incredibly useful for video. Especially now with these new phones coming out with triple lenses, where you have the wide angle, medium and tele lens built in. I think that will negate the need to use as much, at least, aftermarket lenses. I do have the Moment lens for this, and it actually balances okay with the wide angle. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, rate and share. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or any suggestions. Alright, thanks so much for watching. See ya.